Okay, well, let's flash her up and see what's going to happen here. So. Welcome to Jim's Hangar. As promised, we're going to carry on with what we're talking about, how we're doing stuff every week here. This week we've got the cupboards, the kitchen cupboards in. As you can see, they're pretty well done. Got a monster of a freezer up here, and well, that's a long story. We got that at Costco in Edmonton, and on the way back, I had it standing up in the back of a pickup. And on the way back, there was an accident ahead of me, and I had to jam on the brakes, and I hit the guy ahead of me, and I could just envision that fridge coming over top. Fortunately, I had secured it good, so remember that whenever you're securing stuff, use 2 straps. It pays. So anyhow, we got it here. I think by the next video we should have our countertops in. That's what we're waiting for now. And today I'm working on the deck outside, and it's brutally hot. I just shut my iPhone off. You know, they go off with that heat alert. Well, there's a heat alert out there. Shut the phone off. So, but I was gonna show you how I did this deck here. It's a little different, and yet it's the way we always did them. So if you want to come outside, I'll show you how we're going to do this. So here we are out on the deck. And what happened here is I had a bunch of structural steel, which I think I showed you before. There's still a bunch on the trailer for the roof here. But they're kind of nice beams, so I thought I'd use those instead of wood. And then I was going to put vinyl decking over it. But vinyl decking won't let you span, a few wasps here, won't let you span 2 feet. But the only thing that'll do that is wood. So I'm back to using wood, same as we've always done. So I got some treated 2x6. And to start with, what I did is I put a string line here from one end to the other, measured out 1 foot, and then measured back so we had a straight line. So I got that first board in straight, and then as a carpenter you always use your width to your pencil to keep your space the same. But on this one, because it's not wood, you can't nail it, but it's the same idea. This is going to be screwed, so I'm just going to show you how I'm going to adjust this as I'm going along, and to screw one down here. So. Okay, so what's going on here? I'm spacing it with a pencil. Obviously, it's wider, otherwise the pencil wouldn't fit in so easy. Now you'll notice I put a bit of tape on the pencil. And that's because after you drop it 20 times, you realize you better put something on it so it doesn't drop through the hole. But I'm just using a wood clamp, and if you're doing wood deck, it'd be the same idea here. You clamp it, metal doesn't squeeze very well. So then get your pencil here. You want a snug fit, so you hold it there, pry it. Now this, because we're using these what they call wafer bolts, so I'm going to pre-drill a hole. Through the wood, through the structural steel. Now you want to keep this pressure on, otherwise your pencil will fall and you'll lose your line of your hole here. So we don't want to do that. Now this is a self-tapping thread, so the hole is just a bit smaller than the... So there, it's pulled in there. Pencil's snug, so now you can just pry it a little bit, get your pencil out, and move on to the next one. It's just that simple. You can see the angle on the roof there. We pretty well have to carry that same angle, otherwise it'll look kind of goofy, I think. So we left these uprights, this I-beam, random length. And we have a beam down below. We're going to put a beam on the side of that, and wherever it sits on that I-beam, we'll put the beam there, cut those off, put the beam on top, and then the roof will sit on top of it. So next time you come, you'll see that these posts are cut off, and that long beam will be sitting on top of them. My only issue here is going to be headroom, how low I have to put that beam, and I won't know until I get one of those rafters, I guess they're rafters, up here, put it on the side of that and bring it down and see where it hits for height. I might have to put the roof above that one instead of below it. They got such a crazy cut on it, but that's the way it is, so whatever it is, we'll make it fit one way or the other. And then of course we want to carry that right through. I was thinking of putting that clear plastic roof on here, but being in the sun the last 2 days, I'm thinking that might not be the smartest idea because it is truly warm against this tin. So we'll see whatever happens. So if you remember last week or the week before, we showed you we had this pine door down below. And even though everything is oak here, this is a sliding door I'm putting in the bathroom, in the master bedroom. But I had the guy that's doing the cabinets stain it the same color as the cabinets so that it fits in there. So I'm just going to take it in there and set it against the wall and see how it looks. So I actually have a barn door mechanism for it, so it slides back and forth. So that's the idea. Instead of putting a pocket door, which is always a pain in the ass anyhow, this will just slide out of the way like this. So they did a nice job on that stain, matching the stain. So another piece of the puzzle will be done next time. So I was telling you a couple of weeks ago that I want to do one wall in steel horizontally. I wanted so we could paint an airplane on it, kind of look like a tri-motor Ford is what I'm thinking, or a Junker German plane with the 3 engines. Either one, that's kind of what we want to paint. So I got just some galvanized metal. Instead of getting finished tin, well, it's finished in galvanized. So that's going to be that whole wall, and then I'll have somebody that can paint, which isn't me, do a picture of a plane in there. So that's what all this is for. So we can get that done shortly, whatever shortly means. So I talked about this wall last time. It wasn't finished, it was just drywall. But because this is a wash bay, I had it finished in tin, and I wanted to use the same tin as this, and it is, but the color's off maybe 2 or 3 shades, because this one's discontinued, of course, but who knows except everybody who's watching this, because you can't really tell. It's 12 or 15 feet apart. But I wanted tin on that wall instead of drywall because I'll be pressure washing cars and whatever in this area with the drain here. So that's why that tin is done now. So I haven't flown this much lately. As you can see, it needs a good cleaning. I'll have to talk somebody into it, probably myself. Got a little sawdust on it. We haven't been flying. I went down to Vernon yesterday in the 421, but this will be polished up. Maybe I'll get it done by next time you see here. So I just want to thank all of you for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. And may all your skies be blue, and we'll see you later.